Hello, everyone. And today is day 8 of our 30 days of transformation, a journey to your true self. Today, we're going to talk about transformational breath work and how breathing can create liberation in your life. And just imagine, most of us barely breathe enough to survive, much less live, and especially live the way we're meant to live, right? I talked about this a couple different sessions ago whenever I came live. And if you missed those, make sure to go over to YouTube and catch the playlist for this series, this 30 days series that I'm doing of lives. And I talked a little bit deeper on some of those aspects. But today I really felt guided to come back and focus strictly on breath work. I used breath work in that particular session as a tip, a tool that could help assist with coming into the presence of yourself, the mindfulness, and all those good things. And I do want to recap on one thing in case you missed it, though. As a chiropractor, when I was working with people, one of the number one things I saw was people holding their breath. And I used to teach breath work in my office and with my patients because studies show that we only use 1/7 of our lungs. And so that causes hypertension. That's hard on the heart. That causes us to tense up. And, it's the repetitiveness that happens of, stress, this modern lifestyle we've had and the chaos of even just the journey of our spiritual awakening, our spiritual transformation. That alone has created stress on us on all levels, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, energetically. And so when I talked about the fact that, if you want to get more conscious, more connected, it's so important to bring your breath into balance with your brain and your body and your being. And so one of the key things of that is it does help you get more conscious, more connected, more aware of your body, what's going on with you. But there is, think about the breatharians out there that's a vital nutrient that we need, oxygen. So think about all the people out there that talk about, the breatharian work where they don't even eat food because they live on the air. But you have to be so connected, so conscious, so in tune with that part of you. And so as we talk about this journey to our true self and we come into more consciousness, more connection, more presence, and more of an awareness of living intentionally and being intentional, it's important that we think about connecting to our breath to do that. And that is a pathway to liberation because it is the only thing, like if you actually even right now, and I'll say this, I showed you guys a 3-part breath in a couple sessions ago. So I won't show you that now, but that 3-part breath, I said 3-part breath, that's another breath I used to teach, the alternating nostril breath. Will awaken you if you feel sluggish, feel fatigued, feel congested energetically. It will help bring energy to your presence and lift you up and clear your energy and stop being so scattered and coming into the connection of yourself and your presence. But the point that I want to make here about the breath work is that it can truly be liberating when you are that connected to yourself. I have paid attention at different times. I've done breath work intentional. Some of the first breath work that I connected with many years ago was Judith Kravitz's 100 Breaths to Joy. You can still look that up and get that as a digital download. It's an older version of types of breath work now, but I got to tell you, it's really good and it's truly amazing. And you really start working it and you get into getting the air that you're not even used to getting, and you help exercise your lungs and you start filling your lungs up and increase your capacity. So not only does it get the energy moving, give you more oxygen, but your spine moves, your spinal fluid moves, your back isn't so tight, you release toxins, your muscles relax. So when I've done this in different periods of time, I got to say probably 25 to 30 years ago is when I started making a connection to conscious breathing. And connecting to the idea of like, I didn't even know I was holding my breath. I couldn't even tell that I was, that tense. I wasn't even learning how to listen to what my body was saying or what was going on in my reality because my brain was racing with a monkey mind. And if you go to hold your breath through intentional breath work, you're not thinking about anything else that you have to do or the stress of stuff because your body is going into that mode of sending all the nervous system and signals in away from all this overstimulation into we need oxygen, we need air, we need to pull into the body, we need to connect. So it's not just you doing it from a conscious state, it literally rewires your nervous system, your central nervous system, the firing patterns and the mechanisms of your body and how it copes with stress that is unconscious, that you're not even aware of what's happening within your body as you're going through these processes. So, but one of the things I was going to say that I used to do that really helped me when I first started connecting to this conscious breath is I would take a really hot bath in salt water, light a candle, relax, and I would just start breathing. And I would start noticing how it would take a little while to shut off the mind. It would take a little while to get present. It would take a little while to feel myself connected to my body. But in just a little bit, then I started recognizing that my breath started taking control over the process, like without me having to consciously do it. And then when that was happening, with the body and the breath started doing, it started creating these really deep releases that on the every inhale, and even now I can feel this because I'm so connected to my body like this. I can feel this deep sense of a deep dive into any tension. And I could feel it choosing to like release, choosing to leave, choosing to let go, choosing to come present. And you can feel your whole body just start to let down, relax, melt. And that's one of the things that I've been doing lately. And I told you when I do these journeys with you, I go through a journey with it. And so one of my pieces of my journey is living more intentionally, more conscious, more connected as I'm doing this with you. So even it was just yesterday, and I'm feeling this today too, and I'll share this with you in a minute. Yesterday, I was like, woke up in the morning, and Jeremiah and I had a conversation about just how finally being able to come to a place in my life of learning how to be connected and not just myself, but in relationship, but also like let go and relax and be in my feminine side and receive on so many levels. And it was so beautiful. It even brought tears to my eyes and I'm feeling it again because um, I've never known how to relax that way in my life. Growing up as a child, I didn't have the childhood that was, go out and have fun and do all these things. I started working at 11 years old by choice and just went off to the races of life and, stayed in control of so many things. And learning how to come to this sense of peace, come to this sense of inner liberation that says, I can let go. I can let down. And I'm so into this. I didn't realize there's all these comments over here. I'll get to them in a minute. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, let me come back to reality. There's comments all over the place. And I also want to welcome all of you on Instagram. I see several of you here too. So please say hello. Yeah, see, I just went into a little state of presence, just in that presence of just being so connected right here. And so what I was about to say is, learning how to relax. That's a piece of this. And when you can relax, relaxing is the best way to connect to and become free and liberated because we don't know how to do that. And that's one of the things we're going to be teaching at the Sedona Rebirth. I can't miss Rejuvenation Retreat, but we have a Sedona Rebirth Tours business. We've started taking people into the vortexes. And I talked about us going to the vortexes the other day with that and all the fresh air and the breathing. And I came home and I was just so relaxed. This was like Wednesday, I guess. We did our donation-based healing out in the vortexes. But today, after all that relaxation yesterday, and today, it's like I kind of like this morning I got up and we went to get some yoga mats for our retreat coming up to have for people as we got into the vortexes to be doing breath work. And so we got a whole bunch of yoga mats ready for people. But I came back and, sort of just organizing some stuff and cleaning some stuff in the kitchen and cooking, and just felt that in itself was meditative. Like I felt in a meditative state just doing that. But then I was like, oh, like I feel so relaxed right now. And like right here, like I am so relaxed right now. In fact, I'm going to lay down when I'm done with this. And it's not because I'm tired, because I don't even normally take naps. And it's not because like I don't normally lay down in the afternoon. But I'm going to honor that because it's just what I feel. It's a place of just, I can let down. I can let go. I can be present. And, and I will say, coming here to even make this commitment to show up for you guys, that's about also being raw, real, authentic, and sharing with you. Like there was one moment when I was getting everything set up and I was like, you know what? I think I need to go lay down. And then I kind of got the second wind. I thought, okay, I'll just show up and be transparent and just tell you I'm about to go take a nap. And actually probably just go do some breath work and do the stuff I'm connecting. And it's in Sedona, and we've had such a nice weather again. We got the windows open. You can feel the fresh air and the sun shining. So, but I got to tell you, this has been a path to freedom. And what I'm telling you right now is not what I've known how to do my entire life. And that's why I'm so excited to share this with other people, because I know what it's like not to relax. I know what it's like to feel anxious. I know what it's like to hold my breath and not be breathing, and to not know how to connect to myself and have a monkey mind. I've been there. That's how I know, that's how I'm here. That's why I'm here. So anyway, I'm going to pause with that, so I'm not going in circles with anything, but I do want to do a quick recap for anybody that's joined us. Today is day 8 of our 30 days of transformation. Today is about breathing your way to liberation as on a journey to your true self, which is a 30-day series. And if you've not got plugged into that, you can head over to YouTube and you can get plugged into my playlist. I will be back tomorrow for the day 9. And from there, if you want to make sure that when I come live, because I have a lot of followers here coming every day. Every day I've been on, I'm going to acknowledge them in a minute, but they, if you hit the notification bell when you go to YouTube, it will notify you whenever I'm coming live for these, if you'd like to show up and join in, because we've done several different techniques that I've walked you through here and gave people information on. And that being said, I just want to share tomorrow is, because I already looked ahead, tomorrow we're going to talk about the art of letting go, because that's a big one. And I think this piggybacks into that, because if you basically are holding onto your breath like this, you're holding onto something. So this merge is really good. In fact, I'm going to, if anybody's here and I don't say this tomorrow, remind me to tell people, if I don't say it, to make sure to connect to what I'm talking about today with the breath work. Because if you don't know how to let go, you don't know how to breathe. Okay. So you need to learn how to let go, and the art of letting go on emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and even energetically, and all your unconscious barriers, and come into this sense of being able to just come into this relaxation, rejuvenation. And you can't get into the connection of your breath if you don't let go, because that's why you're hanging on in your breath. And that's what, if you've ever noticed, when somebody is in fear and they're going through something and they're so scared or they're anxious, they hold their breath, right? They don't know how to let go. And it's mostly because people don't know how to be safe or feel safe. They don't know how to feel let go of the fears, or to let go of the things. And that's what this whole journey of ascension is about. And that's why we go through things like the twin flame journey, to be our mirror, to put us in a position to see ourselves and the reflection of other people. So, all right, let me acknowledge a few people here. So, Crazy Lion, thank you so much. I hope you're having a great day. And an interesting choice of topics you found over time. Let's see, let's put this up here. And I have to move Instagram out of the way for just a second so I can see yours. I'm sorry about that, Instagram. I'm getting all crooked here as I move the phone. Um, let's see. Interesting choice of topics over time, that breathing is different ways and makes you feel differently. Yes, yes, you're so right about that. Um, I think it's because it's a practice, just like we were talking about practicing your mindfulness and practicing being present and practicing connecting to yourself, and it's all a conscious practice. I think that conscious breathing is a practice that we need to learn how to do. And I think that over time, as we learn how to, truly get connected, and truly breathe and truly surrender into the breath, we're able to breathe differently over time. Definitely. And hello, Heidi. You have this problem of breathing, and exercises help you, remind you to help. Exercises help you, reminding and helping you. Awesome. So the exercises, breathing exercises, are helping you. I do want to mention that just really quickly, and you can look all this up. If you're just joining, a couple of days ago, I shared an alternating nostril breath. But I want to just share a couple different types of breath work with you. There's lots of breath work out there. If you'd missed it earlier in this, go back and watch it. But I talked about the Transformational Breathwork by Judith Kravitz. There's also effigy breath, which is heart breaths. There is, different techniques for breathing, which is just like a complete breath, a three-part breath. A three-part breath is you count in, say 1, 2, 3, hold 1, 2, 3, exhale 1, 2, 3. A complete breath is a full round and a full cycle. And when I used to teach this to my patients and help them open up their lungs, when I was a chiropractor, I would teach them that it's like pouring a glass of milk, or, pouring in a glass of milk and then drinking. So if you think about when you're inhaling from the bottom up, like you'd pour bottom up, exhale top down. Okay. So as you inhale, this will really help you. This one thing will really help you get connected, because you'll get out of your mind. You'll forget about your stress and forget about all the stuff going on in your life if you get focused on this. But inhale and imagine just your lungs filling up with air from the bottom up. And then exhale from the top down. Okay. And that will really, and I just that one little bit, and I was talking as I was doing it, I could feel this tension that I woke up feeling in my neck, just relax, just from that little bit. I did a lot of sitting yesterday because we're rebranding Jeremiah and getting all his really cool stuff. He's got a lot of things he does, a lot of gifts, and we're pulling him into one. And we're branding him and putting him into one thing. So he has some really cool stuff to share in the future. But anyway, that breath really helped my neck from just did a lot of sitting yesterday. Okay, so let's see. And here's, speaking of Jeremiah, here we are. This is my beloved. This is breath work. Talk about the breath work. Let's see. Enjoy episodes. This is my partner, but that doesn't take away from what she knows. See, he's so sweet. Her life experiences plus the time she's invested in educating herself keep shining. So I think he's speaking to some of y'all that's like in the chat here and just sharing and giving some feedback to you guys, but just saying, okay, his feedback is not taking away from what I'm saying. It's just really adding to it. So thank you. And I just want to thank him for always showing up, supporting me, and being such a great partner to co-create with, and to share and shine this light with, and to breathe with, because we do like meditations together. We do like all kinds of stuff together. So it really does. And I just have to tell you this. Okay. This is, and I'm looking, if you see me looking around, because I've moved Instagram around. This is like no joke. And he can even say yes. He's on here. You saw. We go to sleep at night holding hands. I used to never even like touch anyone to go to sleep. Because if I was even cuddling, it's like, okay, now I need my space. I need to breathe. I need to roll over. Like, okay, I'm done. But we are just intertwined, and we hold hands, and it's so beautiful. And we do some breath work in one of our meditations at bedtime when we go to sleep. And so it's a very good time to do your breath work. But anyway, I just wanted to share how beautiful it is when you do come into that alignment with yourself and you attract your true match, because this is everything that the twin flame journey has taught me. and it speaks about that I'm living and experiencing. And he really helps me live in my feminine self, and it's beautiful. So, all right, I'm in the zone. Okay, thank you. All right, so okay, so yes, okay, and I'm just going down the list here. So Jeremiah is reminding here we do have the Sedona Rejuvenation Retreat coming up April 4th through 7th. For anybody that's interested, check out the links above and below on Instagram. It is in the bio. You can check the link in the bio. And he's just acknowledging everything I said so true and how beautiful the experience is. So, all right, everyone, I'll be back tomorrow for day 9. And as I said, tomorrow we're going to talk about the art of letting go. I love all of you. Please make sure to like, comment, share the shine. Head on over and catch up on any replays you've missed for this 30 days of transformation in my playlist. And I'll see you tomorrow. And I send you loads of love. Have a beautiful night, day, evening, or morning, depending upon where you are. And I'll